by golly, I turned everything off again. I'm going to start that over. Welcome to the hit list, everyone. We're glad to have you with us, and I apologize for not having the video on in the beginning, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So many buttons, so little time. We do this broadcast once a month, the second Wednesday of every month, when we pit our Song of the Week selectees against each other to find out who will be our band or artist of the month. That's right. And as the band or artist of the month, they not only get the title that they can wear all month long and do with what they will as long as it's not illegal in the state of Utah, they can also take and get all the masters of their music they want made over at Landar.com, who sponsors the hit list. Landar.com, it's mastering made easy. The winner of the hit list will get a pro account. Now, that pro account is a 1-year long deal, and that whole package consists of all the free WAV file masterings of their music that they want during that year, plus unlimited compressed MP3 masters of their music as well. If you'd like to try it out, you can for free. Down below our live window at musicsceneinvestigation.com/live, you'll see a Landar.com banner. Just click on that, sign up for a free 1-year account, which will entitle you to unlimited MP3, compressed MP3 masters of your music, plus 2 free uncompressed masters of your music. It's simple, it's easy, it's Landar.com, and we appreciate their sponsoring the hit list. Now, we have 5 songs from the month of November 2014 to go through on this month's hit list. So why don't we get to it after we meet our panel on today's broadcast. Let's start out with Mr. Ian Husbands, who we all know. I don't know if we're going to say we love him, but we know him. Ian, how you doing?
You know you love me. That's what you meant to say.
Well, yeah, I guess I did. I just got it backwards.
You know, I mean, love's a very strong word, Richard. And,
it is. It's kind of like garlic to vampires.
It is. And you being a vampire of sorts when it comes to love, I can understand why you struggle with it.
Well, you know, it is what it is, as Rick Brindell says. And, you know, I am what I am, as Popeye would say.
No, that was Rick Brindell.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Or was it? I don't know.
I get them both confused. They look alike. Muscles and all that stuff.
All that spinach.
Yeah.
Olive oil everywhere.
Things going all right over in London. Heard you had a heat wave and then a cold wave. I don't know what you're getting now over there in the way of weather.
Well, we haven't had a heat wave as such. I mean, it's been quite mild for this time of year. But, yeah, it's got cold. It's got very cold.
It's
and
winter.
The North and the Midlands have been hit by a lot of snow. We haven't seen any of it yet. We've got lots of rain and high winds, but no snow, which is a good thing, really, because England kind of shuts down when we have snow. Yeah. Oh, look, there's 2 centimeters of snow on the road. We better not go to work.
Well, that's kind of the way it is in the South here in the United States. I lived in Alabama for, 10 years, 11 years, whatever it was. And it seemed like anytime anyone mentioned snow, you heard it on the TV, everything closed, everything shut down.
That's right. I mean, that's what it's like here. The BBC are like, don't go out, you're gonna die. And the radio stations are like, stay indoors, it's safer, have a cup of tea and be British.
And then what did you do? Were you inside having a cup of tea, or did you dare to brave the great white wonder that is winter?
I try and dare to brave it as much as possible. I mean, sometimes it's not possible. They don't always grip the roads around here, or the car doesn't start. Driving a second-hand car in this weather isn't always a bonus. So, yeah, but I try and get out and brave it and do the best you can, because it's never that bad when you get on the roads.
And, of course, you immediately posted video of yourself outside to prove that you didn't die.
No, I just went onto Twitter to tell everyone it was snowing.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, Ian. Well, I'm glad you're with us today, and we're going to head over and talk with James Anderson. James, I can't remember if you're like on south of where Ian's at or north of where Ian's at. I get it confused all the time. How are you?
I'm fine. Hello and good evening to our fellow Brits, and good afternoon, I suppose, to everybody else who's possibly listening. Uh, yeah, I am actually south of Ian by about 50 miles or so,
You're in
which
you're
doesn't
in
make a
the
great deal of
Riviera.
difference.
You're in the
Yeah, that's
Riviera.
correct. I'm in the Channel, and yeah, we experience slightly warmer weather by about a degree, and it's not a massive difference, as I say, probably in relation to uh, the big US of A. It's probably like being down the road, but as as we're in a different county, it seems to make a slight bit of difference. But yeah, no snow so far. Very mild down here as well, and
Did you
I'm
hear?
just dreading the idea of snow. 'Cause the last time there was a blizzard here, I got stuck in my car for 12 hours on the
Did
motorway.
you have the same warnings as what they had where Ian's at, where if you go outside you'll die and the whole 9 yards, or was it, yeah, go outside, it's all cool?
It doesn't matter where you are in England, you're going to die if there's snow.
So you could actually be, I don't know. I mean, you could be in the warmest place in England there is, and if it snows, you're dead.
There isn't a warm place in England.
Now, I don't know. Ian, can you confirm that or not?
No, I mean probably the warmest place in England is the Treasury, I'd imagine.
Is because they're burning all your money or what?
That you kind of gone where I was going with that. Yes, basically.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, James, what's been going on with you since we last talked? In fact, it's been, what, a week since
It's
the
only
award
been,
show?
yeah, been a matter
Three
of days
days.
already. So what's happened since I've last spoken to you? I've spent the last few days trying to buy a used car, and finally got around to receiving the damn thing. And I'm really happy with it, but it just took a long time to get it sorted.
All right.
So
So,
I've been
what model
spending an
of
awful lot of time with that.
what model of Mercedes did you get?
Well, I'd love to say it was the 500 SL, but this time, sadly, it's a Toyota Yaris, which is probably called something different in the States.
It is because it's not called the Urus. I've never heard of that.
Okay, I can't remember the other names, but maybe an Echo or something along those lines.
Here in the States, we have you said it was Toyota, right?
Yeah.
We have Toyota Corolla, the Toyota Camry. Those are the Toyota Corolla is probably the low end, the Camry's mid range, and I think it's the Avalon, which is their high end sedan.
Okay, so we're talking a small hatchback car,
So you're
which
probably
you
talking
probably can't
Corolla.
get.
You're
No,
probably
smaller than the Corolla. We have the Corolla, and
okay.
that's bigger.
Yeah, but you got to remember, out in America, they don't do little. They don't have the small cars.
That's
You know,
true.
everything's got to be big, and even what we would class as big, they think is small.
Sorry about all the traffic noise in the background. I've got a main road
It's
right
fine.
outside me.
It just reminds us of our good friend Tom Chianti, who had the train go by every 7 minutes out his place. So you're in good company.
Yep, so you're bound to hear horns and emergency services
Oh, there you
throughout
go.
most of the broadcast.
That's
There
quite
we
all
go.
right. That's fine. If you have any fighting or any gunshots outside, it'll remind us of Ian in the summertime, and he has his windows open. It's perfectly fine.
Now, that happens on Thursdays. You've got the wrong day for it.
Yeah, we only do shootings around here on a Thursday, sir.
Well, here in the States, anytime's a good time. At least that's what I understand. So, it's kind of the way it is. Now, we have, as I said at the top of the show, we have 5 songs to take a listen to today, guys. A lot to go through. I think we'll have plenty of time to do it, however. But I want to start things out, of course, with the first song we heard back in November. It was, in fact, on the 2nd of November, 2014, when Rob Piricelli was our panelist. And we heard 3 tracks. The first one was El Duke with his track Shadows in the Dark, followed by Hillary Reynolds and her track called Leave No Trace, and then Macadacious 511 with Super Swag. And the song of the week for that week was from the Hillary Reynolds Band, and we're going to take a listen to it right now. And we'll come back and reacquaint ourselves with that song, with everybody's thoughts on it. So here it is, Song of the Week from November 2nd, 2014 by the Hillary Reynolds Band, called Leave No Trace. We'll be right back, everybody. Here it is, Leave No Trace by the Hillary Reynolds Band.
Blurring days together, one sip at a time. We drove north to the woods and took a walk outside, getting lost to free our minds. Listen to the quiet, hear the heartbeat of the pines. Let the sun kiss away the past. Let the wind run through our hair. Tell our souls don't give in to fear. Leave no trace. Leave no trace of being here. Tension nearly drowned us, one day at a time. Filled our hands with regret and my bed with cries. Losing breath with every lie. Listen to the quiet, hear the heartbeat of the pines. Let the sun kiss away the past. Let the wind run through our hair. Tell our souls don't give in to fear. Leave no trace. We've taken this trail as far as it can go. Let the sun kiss away the past. Let the wind run through our hair. Tell our souls don't give in to fear. Leave no trace. Leave no trace. Leave no trace of being here.
That is the Hillary Reynolds Band, song number 1 on the hit list with Leave No Trace. Let's find out what everybody thinks hearing it the second time, third time, whatever time it happens to be around on the hit list. James, what are your thoughts on Hillary Reynolds after hearing it again?
Well, it's really nice being on the hit list because you get the opportunity to hear these songs from a totally different perspective, and it's quite nice to be able to sort of relax a little and not use your production ears as much as you normally do and just listen to the tune and take it for what it is. So it's quite nice to sort of focus on the lyrics and listen to it as a whole rather than deconstructing it. Yeah, I like that track. There's quite a lot of attention to detail when it comes to things like guitar sounds and the vocals themselves, because where was I going with that? I can't remember, to be honest. Maybe it was the whiskey. I knew that Ian told me to drink more.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be drinking less, but no, that's a nice start to the show. And
right.
I think
Always
both
more
of you
whiskey.
remember that before. Yeah, always more, not less.
Yeah, exactly. Always more, not less. Don't be a quitter. That's the thing to remember.
If you're going to drink, drink properly.
That's right. That's right. Ian, how about you and the Hillary Reynolds Band? What do you think?
Yeah, she's got a lovely voice, isn't she? I mean, it's again the first thing that struck me was the sort of the tonal quality of her voice and the emotion in her voice, and she just feels that whole song all the way through. She sings it, the acoustics, the sounds, the production, everything just sits nicely in the right place. I mean, you could get picky in places. I did feel that the vocal was a little bit overwhelmed, but I mean, that is being picky. It's a really nice track, some nice lyrics, great performances, great production. Yeah, I still like it.
All right, very cool. Now, my opinion of the song, not that it matters. We got to say, every time I say my opinion, I have to sum it up with not that it matters. Because it really does. Yeah, that's it. And my thoughts on this song really reflect what you guys have said. I really enjoy the fact that her voice is so well placed in this song. One of the things I really like about this song, I don't know if you guys caught it. I know you did. It was right before the break. There was a little bit of, it sounded to me like backmasking that went on that led to the break in the song, which was really nicely done. It wasn't overwhelming. It wasn't too long, but it was just right, just to give it a detachment and a change of pace as the song changed pace. I thought that was very cool and very well done. So I like
some really nice backing vocals in here as well. Doing the sort of harmony underneath and bits and pieces. It's the attention to the production was smooth.
Yep, I agree.
There's certainly no overkill when it comes to the backmasking of the backing vocals. I mean, it's something that could have so easily gone wrong, and there's just the right amount of balance there. Any more and it would probably be too much. But it's very difficult to draw the fine line between how much you should do of one thing and not the other. So I think there's some very carefully thought out production there.
I agree. All right, let's take a listen to track number 2 on the hit list today. This is from the 9th of November. Paul Hurst was our guest panelist on that show. What an interesting guy Paul was. Just take a minute to reminisce about him a second. One of the things he took the opportunity was to show us some software, or actually let us hear some software nobody had heard before, right, Ian?
Yes.
Oddity 2, I think is what it was.
It was Odyssey 2 from GeForce Software. And we got like a debut airplay. It hasn't been sort of broadcast like that before, so that was nice.
Yeah, it was. It was very cool. I was really impressed.
Visage, wasn't it? Fade to Grey, was it?
I can't remember the name of the song. I remember the sounds, and Oddity 2 really sounded awesome, I thought.
Yeah, I think it was Fade to Grey by Visage, I think he played, but yeah, it was brilliant.
All right, well, the song we're going to take a listen to is one of the 3 that played during that week. We had Small Circles with their track called Knuckle Draggers. We had DNA App with Deprived, and the Hourglass Cats and their song Sense. And believe it or not, the Hourglass Cats were our Song of the Week selectee for the week of November the 9th, 2014. We're going to listen to them next. Here they are. These are the Hourglass Cats and their track called Sense, here on Music Scenes Investigations Hit List.
There I will see you oh so soon. You got me drifting way, way. Well, yeah, you got me drifting way, way. I've got this all thanks to you, helping me see every little thing that I got to do. Yeah, sweet Mary Jane, you know that you are the one for me. me see every little thing positively. You got me drifting away, way. Yeah, you got me drifting away, way. Well, and I'll say that I love her and she loves me. Well, getting away will make her so sorry. I love her, she loves me. Well, getting away will make her so sorry. You better quit stepping on my feet anymore. Know that I've been telling you this once before. Second time around, it will be twice. Second time around, I won't be so nice. Need a quick cut, my baby down. Ain't about to she grows straight from the ground. Need a quick cut, my baby down. Ain't about that she grows straight from the ground. I get home at 6 o'clock. Seems like this crime don't ever really stop. Smoke a bowl to give myself some soul. Seems that all these people just don't really ever know how I go. Now hard I gotta try. And when you go, I'm never asking why. Cause yeah, you got me drifting away, way. Yeah, you got me drifting away, way. And I'll say that I love her, she loves me. Well, getting away will make her so sorry. I love her, she loves me. Well, getting away will make her so sorry. Better quit stepping on my feet anymore. Know that I've been telling you this once before. Second time around, it will be twice. Second time around, well, I won't be so nice. Need quit cutting my baby down. Ain't a fault that she grows straight from the ground. Need a quick cutting my baby down. Ain't a fault that she grows straight from the ground.
That is the Hourglass Cats and their track called Sense, as the second song on the Music Scene Investigation Hit List program this week. And very cool song, in my opinion. I like the mix of genres on this. Ska, reggae, all mixed together in a nice heaping spoonful of fun. Ian, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, to me, this just screams out Jason Mraz. That sort of kind of rapped, kind of spoken, kind of sung vocal, which is quite smooth over that sort of nice grooving sort of beats with, as you said, that sort of reggae influence on the bass and stuff like that. And that real sort of summer groove to it. It's just got that real nice, you can sort of imagine walking down the road, the sun blazing with that playing. It's got a top-down sort of song, isn't it? Production's great, performances are good, everything's tight. Again, you know, another great track.
It's a feel-good track, in my opinion. James, what are your thoughts?
It certainly is, and it's the kind of track that you'd like to hear placed on the album. I'd love to hear what else they have to offer. So I think that given the variety of genres in that track, they're probably capable of coming up with a very good concept. I thought that the dynamic range was pretty good as well, because most of the demos that you receive, or a lot of the demos that you hear, tend to be sort of over-egged and over-compressed. And with that, I could tell that there was a good dynamic range and variety between the changes in the track. But I absolutely love it. That's really good piece. I'd like to hear more of them.
All right. Very, very cool. That, again, was the Hourglass Cats and Sense from November 9th, 2014. If you're just tuning in and wondering, what the heck are they doing? Well, we're trying to find a hit list winner, and they will then go on to be our first nominee for our Artist of the Year in 2015, which will happen in January 2016. It's a very long, drawn-out thing, but trust me, it's well worth the time and effort. And who knows, your music could be here sometime very soon. All you have to do is go to MusicSceneInvestigation.com and submit your music to get it in front of the panel. That's the only way to get here on the hit list. You have to go through the panel first And that's just what these guys did here on my card in front of me from the 16th of November, 2014. Frank Palangi, his song I Am Ready, appeared along with Roger Ratliff and his track called Born to Roam, and Young Gifted's track called Blessed. Ian Friedman was on the show with us that week. And I know
I want to show with him soon.
I was going to say you're going to be on a show with him co-hosting, if I remember correctly, Ian. Isn't that right?
I am. I'm going to be on the February edition of the Ready Folk Radio podcast, co-presenting with Mr. Ian Friedman himself. And we're going to be playing loads of music that I like. All of the acoustic and folk genres.
So it'll be all your music then.
Yeah, I don't like anyone else's music, just my own.
That's what I thought. Well, if you remember from that week on the 16th of November, Roger Ratliff's track Born to Roam was actually our song of the week. We're going to take a listen to that now on the hit list. So here it is, Roger Ratliff and Born to Roam on Music Scene Investigations hit list. Here you go, everybody. Enjoy it.
I've always been a wanderer, never called anywhere my home. My family wants me to settle down, but I was born to always roam. Well, I may not get many home-cooked meals and have to sleep inside my sack, but I love the life I'm living, man, I ain't never ever gonna look back. Some people say that I'm a fool and I don't know what I'm doing. They say that it's not the kind of life that a man should be pursuing. But I've been to more places than most men have ever seen. I was born to roam, it's the only life for me. Well, my friends say when I'm older that I'll have to settle down, but I say that'll never happen till I'm dead and in the ground. Well, they say that I should settle down and get a wife and raise some kids, but I know the truth deep down inside, some wish they could live like this. Some people say that I'm a fool and I don't know what I'm doing. They say that it's not the kind of life that a man should be pursuing. But I've been to more places than most men have ever seen. I was born to roam, it's the only life for me. Come on. It's the kind of life that I love to live, and there's a whole big world to see. I don't want to stay in just one spot, that's not the life for me. I've always been a wanderer, never called anywhere my home. My family wants me to settle down, but I was born to always roam. And I've been to more places than most men have ever seen. I was born to roam, it's the only life for me. Ooh, I was born to roam. I'm gone. Oh, I gotta get going.
That's Roger Ratliff, Born to Roam on the hit list. Ian, I know you're a big fan of country music. How about you and Roger Ratliff? Are you a fan of his?
Do you know what? I'm not really a fan of country music, but, I mean, you can't help but like this track. I mean, this reminds me of the Dukes of Hazzard. It's that sort of country. It's, you know, I watched the Dukes of Hazzard as a kid, Daisy Duke. And this music kind of reminds me of that. And yeah, I like it. It's got that upbeat kind of, I don't know, it's just something about it as a country track which I like. And it's a good feel, well performed, well produced. Again, you know, a slick track. And yeah, fun.
All right. James, how about you? Are you a big fan of Roger Ratliff?
Oh, I'd say I'm a fan of Roger Ratliff, but I'm not a great fan of country music. And what you've got there is a really good slice of your typical, well, your stereotypical country music. As Ian said, Dukes of Hazzard sprung to mind, definitely there. But no, it's a really well-polished piece of music that we've got. And to be honest, it doesn't really sound like a demo. It sounds like it's sort of studio produced. So I think that's a very fine contender for today's show, but we won't come to any decisions as of yet. Just got a couple more to listen to, and I don't know how it's going to compare to the others in the running, but
It's going to be hard today.
it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, we'll find out here in just a little bit. You know, the only thing that kind of hit me in the head about the song Born to Roam by Roger Ratliff we just heard, to me, now this is just to me, and it may be the fact that I'm old and I'm going deaf in one ear, but it sounded like the vocals to me were quite a bit above the music and could have been pulled back a little bit into the music. And is that my hearing, or am I right?
I think the vocals sat fine for me.
I think they're sitting fine, but my only concern is that we might not be. Again, this is something I bring up quite a bit, and that's when people don't monitor on headphones. So it might sound fine on monitor speakers, and it might not sound good on headphones, and vice versa. Obviously, depending on what make and model you're using, it's going to be different anyway. But I think given the fact that Ian and I think it sits fine, and Rich doesn't think that.
That just means I'm going deaf. That just means I'm going deaf.
It doesn't necessarily mean you're going deaf, but it just might mean that it doesn't work in your headphones as well as it does with ours.
Now, these are great headphones.
And he doesn't have an opinion.
That's right. My opinion is about as worthless as the paper it's written on. Goes to show you, folks, they know exactly what I'm saying means nothing at all. All right, we have two more songs. We have two more songs, as James alluded to, from the 23rd of November, the day, actually it was 4 days before Thanksgiving of last year. Tom Chianti, the ever venerable, see, he's old too, venerable, get it? And anyway, he was on the show as our guest panelist. That's kind of weird to say, Tom Chianti is a guest panelist. I guess I got to get used to it, though. And during that broadcast, we had music from Katie Perkins, To Love Me, Misho, Enza, and Sam Lunsden with Into the Light. The song of the week that week, the 23rd of November, 2014, was To Love Me by Katie Perkins. And we're going to listen to that one right now on the hit list. Here it is, everybody. Enjoy. We'll be right back in just a second with more from the panel.
I said some things that I really didn't
right, Katie Perkins to Love Me on MSI's hit list. And again, my old ears say the voice on that one could have been a little bit more forward. Am I wrong? Am I right? James, Ian, somebody back me up.
You're definitely correct there, Rich. But I was finding as I was listening to the song that my ears were getting tired towards the end, and it was beginning to sound better and better as you got more accustomed to the sounds.
That's
a common problem that you have with any kind of mixing or production, is that if you listen to something over and over again, it eventually sounds amazing, regardless of how well mixed it is or not. And I'm not saying that this is a badly done track. The musicality of it's fantastic. It's not my kind of genre, but I can really appreciate that it's really fine stuff for what it is, and her vocals are great. Love the touches of the harmonica and the fiddle in there. Again, these are things that sounded well mixed as soon as you're accustomed to the sound, but the initial impact of the first 10 seconds is there's something clearly wrong with the production. And if I remember rightly, I think I may have been on that show with Tommy. And I think he disagreed with the choice at the end, purely from a production point of view. But I can see why it got through just from the songwriting.
As a matter of fact, you were on that broadcast with Tom. I remember that very well. Ian,
this feels like light years ago.
It was a whole year ago. Ian, your thoughts?
Was I even there?
You were there. You were begging. Okay. You were begging and bitching about being part of the Artist of the Year contest.
Was I? That
yeah,
sounds like
you
every
were
show
the whole
the
month of November, the whole month of October. That's all you did.
Vote for me.
Yeah.
Again, well produced, slick, well written, well performed track. I mean, I didn't realise it was Nashville month on MSI. But yeah, again, what can I say? It really is very well done. Vocals could be up a touch in places, but as James said, we were listening to the instrumentation in the chat room there. You got the harmonica, you got the pedal steel, you got the mandolin, you got the fiddle, you got the lead there, the acoustic guitars, and everything comes through, and everything's got its part to play, and it all fits together like a very finely woven jumper.
A jumper.
Yeah.
All right. I'll buy that for a nickel. Yeah, I think you're right. The music was great. The music was damn near perfect, my opinion. The voice could have come up like that much. Just a couple of dB would have helped out a lot. My opinion, again, my opinion is worth absolutely nothing. We've stated that over and over, and I think we've made a case for that based on my past record on saying who's going to win a contest or who's going to be Song of the Week or whatever the case is. So we'll find out how it all pans out at the end of this broadcast as well. All right, one more track to listen to, gentlemen, from the 30th of November when John Schroeder, the legendary John Schroeder, if you don't know who he is, look him up. Wikipedia, John Schroeder, go to johnschroeder.co.uk. You can check out everything about him. Great guy.
And then as soon as you know who he is, I recommend you go onto YouTube and watch Helen Shapiro on This Is Your Life.
There you go.
And see him back in the day talking about how he discovered her. It's just legendary footage.
Have to check that out, definitely.
Walking back to happiness. I've got to pay John 50p now, so.
Yeah, you do. Absolutely do. And I'm going to send him an email, let him know. All right. Shine by Sonic Road. The Program by Soul Surfer. And Bright Idea by Weird Naked Indian. That last track by Weird Naked Indian, Bright Idea, was the Song of the Week from the 30th of November, 2014. That's what we're going to listen to right now on the hit list. So here it is. Enjoy it. This is Weird Naked Indian with their song Bright Idea on the hit list. We'll be right back, everybody.
so big, but I just wasn't feeling it that day. And he's the architect of his own demise. When it's in your hands, you got to hold on tight. Yeah, he's the architect of his own demise. He chose to hold their hands as they rocked him. Yeah. Says she's just not right for me, just a little too cold and hard to please. Says I could be so big, and that's it, yeah, that's my bright idea. That's my bright idea. That's my bright idea. That's my bright idea. That's it, yeah, that's my bright idea.
That is Weird Naked Indian with a bright idea on the hit list. And Ian, James, which of you guys would like to jump in first on this one? I know both of you are chomping at the bit.
We'll let James go first because I've heard this before. So I know James wasn't on this
Yeah.
show. So
All
It
right.
was a show I happened to tune in on because my good friend John Schroeder means a lot to me, and I always like to see him on the screen. So I do vaguely remember him saying a lot of things about how a lot of the tracks didn't have much commercial potential, and I'm not sure I agreed with him totally on that point. But this one I could imagine on a British TV commercial, something like a dating advert probably, maybe because it sounds a bit like something I've heard before. But it's really quite good. There's places where it's not that tight from a rhythmic perspective, but I think that's part of its edge and part of its charming character. As for levels and things, I think everything can be heard quite well. Maybe there's a few discrepancies here and there, but in general, it's pretty much ready. Only a couple of minor improvements to be made, really. But for the genre, which again is something I'm not 100% keen on, it certainly fits the bill and works.
All right.
And it's going to be hard to make a decision, but I think I've got my order running here, so I think I've got what I need to lay down.
You're way ahead of me then. I haven't made a decision yet. Ian, what do you think after hearing Weird Naked Indians again?
I love this song. I really do. There's a great bit of songwriting going on here. Lots of influences coming out there. I mean, I went and saw a guy called Willie Dowling not so long ago who was in a band called the Wild Hearts and a band called the Honeycrack as well. And there was elements of sort of stuff of his creeping in there that I could hear and bits and pieces like that. Some really, really nice songwriting. Shame about the production. I do feel the production's a bit too open, a bit too loose. Needs all tightening up, a bit more compression going on and get that mix sounding more together. At the moment, it sounds like a live take. Very well done live take, but it sounds like that, and I want to hear it a bit more produced. You know, I reckon these guys should make a video for this, where it's basically sort of based on the old American sitcoms openings, with all the band dressed up as the different family members. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of like a Seinfeld thing.
Yeah, and call it
Or
Bright
Friends,
Idea.
or
the name of the
Friends,
program. Yeah, that sort of thing. And the name of the program being Bright Idea. I think it would work really, really well.
Yeah, that would be very cool. Very reminiscent of Beastie Boys and their Sabotage, where they did the opening of the program like Starsky and Hutch or something like that.
Yeah, and the Foo Fighters stuff where they sort of dressed up as all the sort of different flight attendants and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be very cool. I like this song a lot, except, as James said, there were spots in there where it's kind of like, yeah, there could have been something a little bit more to that I'd like to have seen. There was a spot near the end of it, about a third of the way from the end, where it was just the ukulele. I would have loved to have heard some piano or something like that in there. Maybe some toy piano along with the ukulele or something, just to give it a little bit more character. I don't know. I think the ukulele gives it a lot of great character, but a little bit more would have pushed it. I lost my headphones.
Oh no!
Actually, my microphone went dead for some reason. Why is that?
That's what you call sabotage.
It is sabotage. I don't know what happened. There we're back.
It's the Beastie
All right.
Boys again.
It's very weird. Very weird. I say something bad about the ukulele and everything goes to hell. I don't know what happens. All right.
That's
I
the
actually agree
gods,
with
mate.
that, though, because I think to have a bit of contrast between something that's very well, perfectly tuned in the ukulele would bring out the edge in it and sort of draw more attention to it as a solo instrument. So that bit where it's on its own, yeah, it didn't really work, but there's loads of improvements that could be made there.
Yeah, good song nonetheless. All right, we've heard all 5 songs. Now we have to make a decision as to a band of the month for this month, January 2015. So what do you guys think? Which way you're leaning? If you want me to start, I'll be happy to let you know which way I'm going.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to, Rich. Unless Ian wants to start.
Ian's hanging his head in shame. He doesn't want to hear what I have to say.
No, it's not that.
We just have to sabotage his mic again.
He probably will.
I'm going to jump straight in. Right?
All right.
The reason I'm going to jump straight in is because I don't want to get accused of making this a tie and having no decider or anything like that. So I'm going to go with number 2. That was the Hourglass Cats.
The Hourglass Cats and Sense.
Reason being, I felt it was really well produced, really well written. It was that sort of mashup of the groove and that reggae feel and that vocal. And I think commercially, it's probably the best produced and best song for a commercial purpose at the moment, outside of Nashville.
All right. You want me to go first, James? I will. I don't mind.
Okay, I'm going to go next, I think, because I've got an exciting little rundown here.
All right. Well,
I've put them in order of preference, so I'll save the one I want to win until last. So number 5, we have the first track that was played. And by this, I don't want to offend any of the artists that are on, because these decisions are all made taking in sort of musical preference, production, and other factors into account. So it doesn't mean that your track was the worst. It's just the way that I've calculated things in my weird roundabout way. First, so the number 5, Hillary Reynolds, Leave No Trace. Number 4, Katie Perkins, Love Me. Number 3, I had, and 3, 2, and 1 are very close, was Weird Naked Indian. Number 2, Roger Ratliff, Gone to Rome. And like Ian, I went with track number 2, which was Hourglass Cats with Sense.
all right. Well, there you have.
Just simply because it was a fantastic track. I wanted to hear more of their stuff, and I'm going to research them after the show's over and try and find more of their stuff.
And you guys have proven Ian's point that my opinion makes no difference at all. And I
just thought we'd save time.
Yeah, exactly. You did. I had it narrowed down to 2 different tracks. My 2 tracks I had it narrowed down to were Katie Perkins, To Love Me, which was track number 5, and track number 2, which was the Hourglass Cats and their track Sense as well. So we'll make it unanimous with the Hourglass Cats becoming our band of the month on the hit list. So congratulations goes out to them, and I certainly hope they utilize and enjoy the Landar.com 1-year pro account. Very cool thing. We're also going to get them in touch with our partners and friends over at Worldwide Indie Radio and on the Indie Music Bus. Hey, you got to love Walt and his crew over there at the Indie Music Bus. Yeah, if you have a tough time figuring out all this social network stuff, Indie Music Bus, that's all you need to know. They handle all that, and they're great at it. Walt is a good guy when it comes to promotion, as far as I'm concerned. So
just when it comes to promotion, no other time.
Exactly. Well, no, he's a good guy all around, really. You're going to get me in trouble now. You know this. All right.
That's what I'm trying for. Come on.
You are. You're doing a pretty good job. Now, we're going to be back here again on this coming Sunday with a regular edition of Music Scene Investigation. We'll have 3 new tracks by 3 new artists in front of our panel, and we'll find out what they have to say about them then. Our guest panelist is a surprise. You're not going to find it out in loose lips, sink ships, and all that stuff. Not for me, anyway. And, of course, next month you can tune in the second Wednesday of February for another edition of the Hit List brought to you by Landard.com. Right now, we're going to play out with the Hourglass Cats and their track Sense, which is the January 2015 Hit List winner. Band of the month, here they are, the Hourglass Cats.
Don't forget, check us out on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and all those funky places and see what we're up to.
Yeah, well,
don't forget. If all else fails, drink more whiskey.
More whiskey.
There you go. The moral of the day. Here they are, the Hourglass Cats. Thanks for being here, everybody. We'll talk to you again next time. Music Scene Investigation. See ya.
Bye.
There I will see you oh so soon. You got me drifting way, way. Well, yeah, you got me drifting way, way. I've got this all thanks to you, helping me see every little thing that I got to do. Yeah. Sweet Mary Jane, you know that you are the one for me, helping me see every little thing positively. You got me drifting way, way. Yeah, you got me drifting way, way. Well, and I'll say that I love her and she loves me. Well, getting away will make her so sorry. I love her, she loves me. Well, getting away will make you so sorry. You better quit stepping on my feet anymore. Know that I've been telling you this once before. Second time around, it will be twice. Second time around, I won't be so nice. Need a quick cut, my baby down. Ain't about to see grow straight from the ground. Need a quick cut, my baby down. Ain't about to she grow straight from the ground. I get home at 6 o'clock. Seems like this crime don't ever really stop. Smoke a bowl to give myself some soul. Seems that all these people just don't really ever know how I go. Now hard I got it to try. And when you go, I'm never asking why. Cause yeah, you got me drifting way, way. Yeah, you got me drifting way, way. And I'll say that I love her, she loves me. Well, getting away will make her so sorry. I love her, she loves me. Well, getting away will make her so sorry. Better quit stepping on my feet anymore. Know that I've been telling you this once before. Second time around, it will be twice. Second time around, well, I won't be so nice. Need quit cutting my baby down. Ain't a fault that she grows straight from the ground. Need a quick cut in my baby down. Ain't a fault that she grows straight from